I'm happy to welcome a guest into our studio tonight. He's a former CIA operations officer who ran as an independent during the 2016 presidential election. Please welcome Evan McMullin. Evan, welcome to the show.
Great to be with you.
This is our first interview that we've done on the show.
I'm thrilled.
I know you've been on a lot of shows, but no one's asked you some hard-hitting questions.
I never get hard questions.
Okay, so let's start.
All right, here we go.
You're a Mormon. What's all that about?
Where to start?
Like you can have several wives and shit.
No, that's not true. Back in the day, that was true. Yeah,
was that Tuesday? Was that the day? Is that the day you're going back to?
You sound interested.
I am.
Look, there are places you can go where you can still find people practicing polygamy.
And where would that be? And do I have to get a special license to do that? And how do you get rid of just one of the wives?
It's illegal. It's illegal.
It's illegal?
Yeah, so you'd have to brave the law.
All right, Okay, Evan, so you ran for president against Donald Trump in the 2016 election in the state of Utah.
That's true.
You had a female running mate. Mm-hmm. You had Muslim staff members.
I did.
What other things did you do to up your campaign?
Well, I'm actually very proud of the diversity on our campaign, and for us it was important to stand on principle for liberty and equality in America, and that's what we did.
Look, I like you. We're the same.
Well, that's I wasn't sure.
No, I do. Oh, you should see the way I treat people I hate. So you're a conservative, and a lot of people on the left like you because you're anti-Trump. That's safe to say, right? You were against Trump, and that's why you ran against him. But is that enough? Yeah. Like, what makes you more than just a conservative that doesn't like Trump?
Well, it's a good question. The media focuses a lot on my opposition to Trump, but really, as I said before, this is a fight about liberty and equality in America, but not only here, but around the world. Right now, there's a rise of authoritarianism in Europe and elsewhere in Asia and here in the United States. And what I mean by that is governments that don't respect the truth that all men and women are inherently free and equal. And so we have governments that are now attacking the free press, attacking independent judiciary systems, and doing other things to erode our basic freedoms. You know, in this country, we choose our own leaders, and our leaders are accountable to us.
Well, we don't really do that.
Well, this is my point.
The Russians do that.
That's right. That's right. So that would be, I think, one of the primary freedoms that we're at risk of losing right now is the ability to have access to truth, to facts. If you have foreign governments spreading fake news, spreading lies about different groups of people or politicians, leaders, would-be leaders, we lose our ability to make wise decisions about who our leaders are.
Is it just America who is under threat of this, or are there other countries that are...
It's not just us. In fact, what we're seeing here in America has been happening in Europe now for years. Poland, for example, the free press there is not so free anymore. In Hungary, under Orban...
Would you say that Poland's going through its worst stage in history?
I wouldn't, but hopefully our worst days in humanity hopefully are not our standard for the future.
That's a good answer.
I still have it.
Quintessentially, I'm still a fairly left-wing guy. I have a lot of right-wing views, and I go back and forth on different subjects. Yeah. But there's things that we still fundamentally don't agree on. So, like same-sex marriage, abortions. What do you think about abortion?
Well, I'm pro-life, but I do believe that there's common ground on this issue that is rarely represented by either party. Most Americans would rather see less abortions.
Well, I'd like to see less.
Exactly.
But my argument is this. So you're a Mormon. I'm not going to get into it, but the chances are you haven't had a lot of sex because of your religion. Why is it up to you to talk about abortion? Isn't it up to me, a guy who's got a lot of chicks pregnant, that I should be the one who gets to judge this? All right, so when Donald Trump ran against you, he had a nickname for you. He called you Egg McMuffin.
That's right. That's right. I thought it was pretty good.
Why did he call you that?
Because I guess my last name is McMullin.
I thought it's because you look like an egg.
You're probably
it's
right.
Smarter now.
Yeah,
It's smarter now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
smarter
exactly.
now that you said it. Did you have a nickname for him?
No, I thought of some, but I never got the chance to deploy them.
Give me one of your best one.
I thought maybe I'll get a chance to debate Donald Trump, and then I'll, have a nickname for him, and maybe he would ask me what it was.
No, he would never ask you. Who does that?
Well,
you have a hurtful name for me. What would that be?
It mine wouldn't have been hurtful. I think it should be handsome or genius or something like that.
You were going to call him Handsome Trump. Oh, yeah, I can't see how you lost this election. You would have really stung him. Hey, Egg McMuffin, you would have gone, what's that, handsome?
You got to go with the irony.
No, you got to. I tell you, the secret of comedy.
You
the
probably
secret
better.
of
So
comedy.
what should it be?
You don't. People overcomplicate things. They do something about his comb over, or he's got the fake tan, or something like that. You know what you should have done? He goes, "You're Egg McMuffin," and then you go, "Shut up, shithead." I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's a throwback. Anytime you call someone a shithead, it fucking startles.
It works.
Try to say something to me. Shut up, shithead. See?